Good day, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are here with more Formula 1 Grand Prix race 21 of 23. So we're here at I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I think it's Sao Paulo, Brazil. So a quick recap, last time around we was at Mexico City. We had a decent run, we came second, so back up on the podium again. So that was back-to-back second places. One was at the Mexico City and the other one was at Texas, USA. So a good run of form at the minute coming into Brazil. We'll quickly go through the standings. So at the minute, let's go. So we're currently in 5th place with 250 points, just 9 points away from 4th place with Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc on 276, so 26 points behind there. So we're looking to hopefully at the end of the season be in the top 3, but we need to keep an eye out on Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen for those points. Our partner Lando Norris, on the other hand, currently in 8th place with 128. He's got quite a bit of work to do to go up above Sergio Perez, who's currently on 171. That's about 33 point difference there. So there is point to play for. So who knows? Anything can happen in the Formula 1. So let's go over to the season results. So as you can see, the last 3 races have been really well. We had a win at Equator, a 2nd place at Texas, and a 2nd place at Mexico City. So we have Brazil now, then we're Vegas back in America, and Abu Dhabi, I believe, is the last race of the season. So that will all be done this week. So we're going to be live today, tomorrow, and the day after that. So 3 straight days of Formula 1 to wrap up the first season. And then changes will be made for next season. Now we need to look at these parts here. We've got 3 races left. We need these parts to last. I'm not going to mess around here with this because I've got another part anyway. So we're going to change this anyway, but it looks okay. But let's change it anyway. That's on part 3 already, can't change, that's on 4. We can change that over as well. Like that. Nah then. This is the biggest one. I'm gonna run practice session and then possibly change it for race and go back to the. There's not much in it, but by the end of practice, I think we'll just have to run with what we've got here. What's the other part? This one. That can be changed next race. Okay, so a few changes here being made to the engine with the MGU and the controller electronics. Hopefully that'll get us through this race at Brazil, but we could struggle with the ICE. That's going to be the problem, whether that ICE is going to push through the race. Hopefully it does. So we're going to start off with a peri-hop lap. So we have a speed zone or the drift. We know we can't drift, so we're just going to go straight over to the average speed zone. So let's get into a comfortable position. Okay, I do apologise for the lighting. It is a dark day over here in Nottinghamshire. Heavy rain, and no sun at all today, so it is a bit darker than usual. Okay, so we have 3 rounds here to do this. Let's see, the target for bronze is 49 miles per hour. For silver, 55 miles per hour. And gold at 59 miles per hour. Now, with this being rain, may be difficult to hit that speed. So we have to be careful not to leave the circuit here as well, because we will get a DNF sort of thing if we leave the track. And with it being wet, I'm not sure how this is going to handle. Not good at all. Okay, we crossed the line of 48 point something. So 48.98. That's not even bronze. Was close though. We need to hit 49 for bronze. A lot better so far. 61 point something. So that's enough for gold. I've got one more run. All gone off the track there, but it doesn't matter. We got gold on the second run, which was a very good run because we didn't spin off on that first bend. So that's where we gained that speed. Job well done. So 61.69 was the fastest time. Okay. So here we go, moving on to race weekend here at Brazil in the Autodrome. Jose Carlos Place for race 21 of 23. So it's going to be an exciting GP as always. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting Grand Prix here. So we got the practice, then a qualifier, then practice 2, followed by a 12-lap sprint, and then we have a 36-lap race in the rain. Race day is going to be in the rain, so that's going to be a very interesting race now, with that being in play. Now, whether the rain is going to be the whole session, or whether it's just going to be on and off, or, you know, just towards the end, we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be very interesting having to time the pit wall for the right tyres. Now, all day looking at this, it says heavy rain at the start, then we've got a thunderstorm, which is the first time I've ever seen it. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know what that's gonna look like on the game, because I've never actually raced in a thunderstorm before, so that could be interesting. It may even result in a red flag due to the weather conditions, and then the rain is going to ease off towards the end. But I don't think it's going to ease off enough for intermediate. So it looks like a wet race throughout the whole race itself. So this is going to be interesting, especially if that thunderstorm results in a red flag. So moving on, let's go over to practice session 1. Now we need to run 2 things in section 1 due to only having 2 practice sessions instead of the normal 3. So, okay, so I was expecting some commentary there, but clearly not.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
That's what I was waiting for about half a minute ago. So we're going to do the tyre management and the tracker claims. We're going to start off with tracker claim. So we need to activate all DRS zones. We need to drive a clean sector and stay within 2 meters of the racing line for the entire lap, which is always been an issue for me with the racing line. But we'll see how we go. So let's go straight out. We've got 3 laps going on the hard tyres for this.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
Well, I didn't check the car, so this one don't feel right. bad. I need something to feel like that.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Don't have to downforce. It looks like we may have to win this again here. We're definitely going to be winning this again. This is not good. And you've just got that one there. Oh, wide. Oh, we missed one. We're gonna miss another one here. No, oh dear.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Well, that's gonna conclude practice 1. Oh dear, that's not good. I knew something wasn't right. I should have checked the car setup, and it's definitely not enough downforce on the braking, which cost me there. We came off the track on that corner early, on the first lap as well. So we know we got some work to do now.
Over the line. Let's see our top 3 again. Perez,
Gasly,
and Fernando Alonso. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
129 on the hard tyres. That's a lot. That's really not good. Okay. Now this is going to be very difficult because now we've got qualifier and I've not been able to study the circuit. So this is going to be a very difficult qualifying session. We may not even make the top 10. We may not even get out the grid. I'm hoping it's going to let me change the car out, because if we're using what we just drove in, that's not going anywhere. Will it let me change it? Car south. See, that's where it was wrong. See, using that increased speed, reset 4, no downforce, go all the way over to here. That gives it a downforce. A lot more grip on the corners. It is a bit slower, but cornering so better that we can accelerate out of them. Okay, let's go to the track. And let's try and get a lap in here. Getting behind an Alpha car is not going to be good here. we go. It feels so much better now that I've got that force on the ground and in the steering wheel. Look at the difference, that's where we normally come flying off. Okay, so there we go, lap times in, currently second.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton putting in the fastest lap, that got me down to third. Okay, safely in the pit after a decent lap there, putting us currently in third place. So the question is that lap time good enough to stay in the top 15? It should be. Let's have a look at the time so far. Okay, so we dropped down to 5th. So we did a 1:13.663. George Russell 1:13.223. So I think as long as we're staying within the 1:13 mark, we should be fine. Lando Norris putting in a decent time, 1:13.479. Quite interesting actually. George Russell still has the fastest lap but don't have a fast sector. Lewis Hamilton has the third sector, Lando Norris has the first one, and we have the second. So very interesting. So let's accelerate time and top 15. So as long as I see myself within the top 15, we should be fine. I'll say anything within a 1:13 should be fine. We may drop a few places, but I don't think we're going to drop out of the top 15, but that's a good start. So we dropped down to 9th in the end. So we are making it into Q2. Lando Norris in at 5th minute as well. Just bear with me a second. Okay. Fine. Okay. So over to Q2. So now we need to finish in the top 10, and I'm going to assume you're going to want a 113.5 to be in the top 10. So let's go straight out here again, early lap, because we may need to run a second lap. Oh, that's a very good lap time. 112. So that's a guaranteed top 10. So we will make it into Q3.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
So a good Q2 time there. Oh, Norris in second place at the minute. That's interesting to see. I would assume the other driver's not been out yet. But if he's currently in second, he could be making the top 10 as well. So both McLaren's in the top 10 would be a good start, especially going into the sprint. Okay, so let's have a quick look at some times here. So I currently have the fastest lap with sector 2 as well, 1:12.542. Lewis Hamilton taking second place, 1:13.092, fastest first and third sector. Pushing Norris to third with 1:13.279. I believe that's enough for the top 10. I think 1:13.5 will be a top 10, even though at the minute a 1:13.99 is your top. 1:13.9 is the target at the minute. Okay, so let's fast forward time and see how things end for the top 10 with George Russell just inside it in a minute. Okay, coming up to the closing stages now. See if there's quite a few things changed. How bad did they change? Let's have a look. So we stayed where it was on top where Lando Norris dropped down to 4th. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen taking second and third. With Charles Leclerc, George Russell going up from 10th to 6th. And the rest of the grid just making it. So at the minute, no major upsets at the minute. So all the top drivers that we recommended be in the top 10 are going to be in the top 10. So over to Q3 to find out where we are actually going to start on the grid. Hopefully we want to be within the top 2 rows, so top 4 is what we want to see. If I can get in the top 4, it's going to help with the sprint. Good job. I'll be a bit slow around it.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
112.184, that is currently put us in a pole position. And that's a very good time, but will it stand is the question. At the minute, I'm not seeing Norris in the top 5. There we go, Norris going into second place there. In the pit we go. So could this be a McLaren 1-2 going into the sprint? It certainly would be a first. Oh, what we're expecting rain in Q3? Oh, I'm not. That could be good for us here. Especially with Norris getting a 1:12.885, and if rain does come, could affect the other drivers. Oh, rain in 15 now. There's not going to be any rain. So let's just accelerate time and find out how this is going to end up. And Norris is dropping down the grid. I've seen how far down, or did he bounce
And
back
with
up?
qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Martin.
Fernando Alonso.
And Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but we are really just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So a very interesting lineup there. Lando Norris was second, but then he dropped down to 6th. It looks like he didn't go back out again. He was happy with the time he did, but unfortunately didn't stick well enough. And Perez here was in a 113s, for both Red Bulls actually, both doing over a 113, which is very surprising. So that's how things are going to line up for the sprint. As we go over to practice session 2, and we don't want a repeat of P1, so we will make sure that we have the right setup. As we saw, the setup I was using for qualifier worked really well. The setup we was using in P1 was terrible. It affected the way I drive a lot, so we need to fix that. So over to P2, and we need to run all 3 sessions here in P2 due to a collision into the wall in P1. So car setup. It's a good job we changed that in the qualifier then, because we can't change it anyway, so it's going to stay on preset 2, which is good, because in P1 it was preset 4, so it was speed based, and I just didn't feel right on the steering wheel to start off with, so we knew that something was wrong. So we're going to run the track, we're going to run all 3 sections here, if hopefully we've got enough time to do it. So let's get out there and try and get this done. But it's going to put quite a bit of wear on the engine, which is not a good sign. But I'm not sure whether this engine will be able to go through the sprint and the race. The race as long as it is, without having the straining of the sprint on top of it. But I don't mind the sprint because it's some bonus points if we can get up there. How does that fail? I don't know how that was ruled as a fail. Would it be quick on that one? Is that one I understand? too wide. That's much better. Here we go. Got away with it just. Okay, we got red for something. Don't know what I was for. We might as well pit in. We're not better in the time we did the first time, so. But we did do the target that we needed, so happy with that. Only the second fastest time on the medium tyres as well. So not a bad start to the P2. I was going to say P3, but it's not. So, 1:14.901 on a medium tyre. It's under half a second slower than Hamilton, who's on a faster tyre. Wow, we actually stayed within the racing line as well, so a job well done there. So over to tyre management, 3 laps again. Drivers need sector, keep all tyres below target temperature for the entire lap. And stay within 2 meters of the racing line for the entire lap as well. So let's hold this in. Again, using the medium tyres again for this. Hopefully we don't have to do 3 laps.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Pretty clearly there. Look at my delta. got the delta up. Tyres are looking good, everything's looking good. But I wanted to do this on the first lap, and it looks like we might just do that. No problem.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
With it doing that in just the one lap, it's going to help for the sprint and race because we're not putting extra strain on the engine by having to do an extra lap. But the downside is the next event, which is the race strategy, we have to do all 5 laps. I mean, there is a way of avoiding it, and if I did like, let's say 4 perfect laps, it will guarantee me the green. So I could just accept green and pit in rather than do the extra laps for perfect. So there are ways of reducing the strain, but we'll go for purple anyway because it will give me more time to practice the circuit as well. So there's still I would say 2 areas where I make mistakes. Other than that, I think I'm pretty good, got it down. So let's go over to the race strategy. Where's my tyre compound? Change that to soft. Bit of race. Oh, there we go. Do that, right, and there we go.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Okay, a solid first lap. Oh, I hit the grass there, that's not good. hopefully we're going to gain 4 seconds. Well, we managed to gain 2 seconds, but I knew 4 was too many, so we failed that one. Did it again, that tyre catching the grass. Not quite as bad. Bad enough. Okay, one more lap to go. I couldn't go into position. I'll pick up speed now. Can't lose that much time. We just did it.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
We nearly bottled it. At least we know not to try that on race day. and in the pit we go, and that will conclude practice, as we currently have the fastest lap time, but was on the soft tyres. Okay, so wow, we kept the racing line again. So there's only, wow, we did really well with this track. On all three sections we had the racing line. The only thing we failed on was the tyre temperature. But other than that, solid. So we're good to go. That's accelerated time. Okay, we only have the fastest second sector, but we do have the fastest lap. George Russell having sector 1. So who's got sector 3 because they're not in the top 10? Bastian Ocon with the fastest sector 3. Very interesting that. So we can just accelerate time here, but before we do that, where is my car here? Let's get the vehicle. Looking good. And very orange now. I've been 3 races, this one and 2 more. It's going to be a tricky one. I don't want a penalty. And I'll definitely get a penalty if I do that. So we definitely don't want to do that. We're going to leave it. I mean, I'm just hoping it's... How many laps is the sprint? Oh, it's not going to show me on this screen. Right. Okay, so it's a 12 lap sprint. Oh dear, that's a lot. Normally it's around about 10, but 12 extra lap. And then 36 on the race. Well, we're just gonna have to stick with it because too long to change it. Right, okay. Let's accelerate time now and get things ready for the 12 lap sprint, which the good thing is we're going to be starting in pole position for this sprint, so that's a good sign. Also, with us being in front, we can, don't have to put too much pressure on the engine, hopefully, so that it can survive the heavy rain through the race. But I think that's where things are going to go wrong. I can finish the race. That'll be the main thing. It's just hopefully, there'll be a few penalties maybe from the faster drivers, especially the Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. So if there's any penalties from those three, it's going to help. But they will drop points, hopefully, to get us through that.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top 3. Martin,
Hamilton
and George Russell. And if today's practice session is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula 1.
Okay, so that is the end of practice. You've seen the qualifier. We did qualify in pole, so we are going to start the sprint in pole position going forward. But hopefully we can get through these 12 laps ready for race day, where something is going to happen. I'm expected at least, I'm going to go with a prediction and say on race day with the weather, I'm expecting 4 cars to DNF and a red flag on race day. 4 cars not to finish and a red flag. Who those 4 cars are, I can't say. One of them might even be myself. So let's get ready. So there you have it. So that's what we're looking at. A nice dry sprint and a very bad wet race. So chat, I am going to quickly have a little break here. We'll be back within around about 5 minutes time. And then we'll get on to the 12 lap sprint and a 36 lap race. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. And chat, we are back. So, we are now prepared and ready for a 12 lap sprint and a 36 lap race in the heavy rain. So I'm not looking forward to that, but see how things play out. So we should get bonus points on point anyway for the sprint. That's going to be the main thing. So let's crack on. E-player, hello, welcome back to the channel. How have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you, but I've been well, thank you very much.
So it is all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top?
Damn nice to hear. Well, yeah, I mean, we all get ups and downs. You know, I've been suffering through the British summer weather where, you know, just constantly sweating all the time. Temperature's dropped at the minute, but it's still making me sweat really badly. So, you know, I've been suffering with that.
To the driver grid order for
Other than
today's
that,
exciting sprint.
Pretty good. Streaming's been going well.
Martin lines up on pole position, and it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Gasly, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Ocon, Stroll, Albon, Tsunoda, Joe, Bottas, De Vries, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Okay, so no penalties going into the sprint. So let's just hope the penalties are going to be issued on for the race. So Ipe, seeing that you've just joined, let's see. Practice 1 was terrible. We crashed into the wall on lap 2 in P1. Qualifier went really well. We changed the car setup. We managed to qualify.
Okay, mate, only 3 races left, and you've still got a chance at the title, but if we're going to win it, we're going to need some very special performances in every one of those 3, and it starts here. Let's see what you can do today.
Yeah, we ain't winning that, unless Mercedes, both cars, DNF. You know, we ain't winning the title. So yeah, qualifier, we managed to qualify in pole, we changed the setup, and then went into P2 with the same setup that we had in qualifier, and we did really well in P2. Downside is that our engine is not looking good, so race is going to be a problem. Not so much these 12 laps for the sprint, but the race will be a problem. Now, yeah, I'm going to stay with the soft tires. 12 laps, 12.4 laps. I think we can go with a bit less fuel, so I'm going to go with 13.2. Okay, so that's all good. I would assume everybody else is going to be starting on the softer tire as well. Well, everyone apart from Pierre Gasly is going to be on the medium. That's surprising. Okay, so everyone's coming out with the same idea. Okay, so here we go.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Oh, I've got no control over the vehicle there. That debris on the tyre was not good.
Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash.
That is not
okay,
a good
safety
start.
car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD.
Oh, I'm trying to change it. Come on.
Copy.
I'm hoping it actually plus the 5-second penalty while I'm in the pit. I mean, I had that similar issue in practice session as well, where that front tyre catches the grass on that corner. This needs to be a decent pit, so we need to catch up with the pack. Right, doing the penalty, which is good.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Right, I'm hoping I can catch up with the pack now.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
The safety car is going to be doing an additional lap and not coming in this lap. Comes in this lap, I'm in trouble.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep temps under control, please.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
And my everything's damaged right now. Okay, good. The safety car didn't come in, so should catch up with the pack. Now it's just a matter of can we overtake all the pack and get back up with them?
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
I'm noticing something.
Green flag.
Not coming around that corner very well.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
No. Oh, there, he cut
Wow,
me
that
off.
was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Wow, he went wide and then come back in. Wow. Well, it looks like we're going to be starting at the back of the pack. That was, oh, there, not good. Retire from the session. Wow, that is not a good sprint. Not a good sprint overall. We did some good overtaking and then on that corner. Wow. This engine is going to be really bad now.
So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. That lead at the top of the table has shrunk somewhat today. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. Until then, goodbye.
How can it shrink when Hamilton's getting all the max points? It isn't shrinking at all. Oh, they're not good. But good for Lando Norris getting 5 points on the board there for him. Not good for me at all. They didn't. Three guys are fit. I know Ocon was a DNF, but is there anybody else? No, just me and Ocon. Not good. Wait, you put the medium. Why did you put medium tires on? You just changed the front wing and. Oh. That might explain. Oh, there. Okay. Not what we want to see. This is gonna have some major effect now on where I start on the grid. But it doesn't look good for the rivalry as well. I was hoping to win the rivalry this week. Well, should win it anyway, I think. Okay. No. Okay. I can definitely be changed after this race. That one changing after this race. But this, the internal combustion engine might not last the race. That's the problem I'm gonna have. To be fair, I thought it'd be worse than what it is. Okay. Have a look at race day. This is going to be a very hard job for me to get something out of this race. I hate these loading screens, come on. At last.
Welcome to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner, and just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 left turns and 6 right turns for a total of 15 corners. It's a wet one today as well, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race.
Grid order.
Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position. Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Gasly, Albon, Verstappen, Bottas, Russell, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris, Joe, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Martin, Ocon, Sargent, De Vries, and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid.
Hamilton at the back
it's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
So
I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race.
The key now will be to keep in the right mindset. We've seen time and again that things go wrong if you just try and do the minimum. Not necessarily because of the pressure, but because it's different to your usual approach. They'll need to avoid that and stay focused today.
So 16th is where we're starting. I expected to be at the back of the grid, but Lewis Hamilton at the back of the grid. Very interesting. Okay, these tyres are not going to last the whole race, so we're going to have to do at least one stop from wet to wet. I'm happy to one stop. Now 36 laps. Yeah, I think the fuel gonna have to stay as it is. With the wet weather, I think we're gonna burn some extra fuel. Well, so nothing I can really change here, so we have to go along with it. I mean, the only other one is if it dries up and putting an intermediate compound on towards the end of the race, but don't think it's going to dry up that much. Okay, so here we go. Hope we can survive and not have a repeat of what we just did. So it's going to be difficult with visibility being very low. That's a slow start off the grid.
Okay, we've reached a worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts, please.
You're giving me the collision, I was boxed in. Give me the warning. Can't see anything. What are you, oh my god, what are you doing? What kind of driving is that? He deliberately cut me up there. I was trying to get back on the track. It's not my fault if he wouldn't let me.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep temps under control, please. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. Okay, information on
red flag.
Okay. On track, resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car.
No, you red flagged it. That's going to stop.
Done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Okay, so it's looking like it might dry up. I'm going to stick with the same strategy here. So no changes.
Okay, we'll be getting underway in just a moment. Stand by.
Okay, we start back in 10.
Okay, information on Sainz. They seem
to
have an
off
issue.
The grid again.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. Okay, the virtual safety car's been deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. There's been an incident resulting in a high level of debris on the track. Be careful.
I did the same thing in the sprint.
Copy that.
It's so hard when you can't see. It's raining.
virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
It should not be allowed to overtake. What's going on here? What are these guys driving with? Safety cars out. It should not be allowed to overtake. That's very annoying. I don't know what that's about. Well, if things can't get any worse, they probably will. I swear there was some illegal overtaking.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. And gap to the car in front is 26.5 seconds. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
didn't want to go left.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 31.6 seconds.
I'm a very long way from catching up with the grid though. Let's see, 21 seconds. Right, let's see if that changes. Corner again. We've gained a second.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 18.0 seconds.
Good. Catching up.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 15.5 seconds.
slowly catching up. Slow corner compared to what we normally do. Oh yeah, oh there. Definitely losing grip on tyres.
Currently trailing our teammate by 30.5 seconds.
So we're not even catching up with our teammate, I realise. Even though we're catching up with the car in front.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 13.1 seconds.
Seconds. Come on, there, we'll start.
pace. You're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, I think it might just be about time to come and change these tyres.
I'll try and change them this lap then.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 6.3 seconds.
It all depends now whether my pit crew put the right tyres on or not. No, they put wet on.
Okay, off we go, back into
can't
the
do
race.
nothing with that.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. It looks like a virtual safety car's been deployed due to an incident with multiple vehicles being stopped on the track. We need you to drop your pace.
Right, if I'd have just done one more lap with those tyres, I'd have been able to avoid all this.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, clear.
Yeah, but you put the wrong tyres on, so what was the point? You told me about this flipping change of tyres, pit in to change them, and you still put the wrong compound on.
Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
Yeah, well, you should have done it when I pitted in a minute ago. So I'm just going to race with these wets and hope for the best.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 47.6 seconds. Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far. Our gap to the car in front is 6.3 seconds. Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Not enough grip on these tyres now. That's it, there's the wrong tyres now for this weather. I can't afford to pit in again.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.9 seconds. Okay, the car behind's catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap. Be aware. Right, we're no longer sure that these tyres are the right ones. It might be time to come in and change.
When I did that, you didn't change them, so I'm not doing it again. Exceeding track limit. No way.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Caution, caution.
So what the caution's for?
And gap to the car in front is 5.8 seconds.
Someone's off the track. The first part of the race.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
If I'm going to try and organise my pit to put medium tyres on, that's on it.
Cars are coming in for inters. It's touch and go, but could be worth a risk. We'll be ready for it if you want a box.
I'm not putting no intermediate tyres on. I'm going to put medium tyres on. one more lap on these tyres and we're going to pit.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Got blue flag up your arse.
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD.
Right, you better put medium tyres on now. Hold on.
Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Hoping this works.
Blue flag. There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
You shut up, man, about your new strategy. Like I should have done another lap. No. Oh,
Okay,
dear.
listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
I was expecting a bit more grip than this, to be honest. Nothing, no grip whatsoever.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Come on.
Blue flag.
Come on.
Okay, we're looking at some gearbox wear, so try to keep the number of shifts to a minimum, please.
More car tour. Just what we need.
flag, blue flag. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, that was shocking.
And a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today.
Wow, the weather didn't help. My pit crew didn't help.
How did they manage to achieve this win?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. It's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Wow, Red Bull and Ferrari up there. But not good. So we predicted before the race a red flag and 4 DNFs. It looked like we were close. We had the red flag. I know there's at least 3 DNFs. I don't know if.
So let's review the updated drivers' standings. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Nothing can challenge the leaders of the Constructors' Championship at this point, but it's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, a good result for Lando Norris, getting 13 points over the weekend. That's more than Hamilton. It's more than Russell for both Mercedes. But unfortunately, it wasn't a race that we was in. Really, the weather was just bad from the start, and you know, I couldn't see. I made a few mistakes on corners, especially where you go the left, right, then you accelerate and then you got a sharp left after it, and that's where the main collision was that really set me back. Then the pit crew made it worse by suggesting that I change my tyres. I pitted in and put the same compound on instead of putting the intermediates on, so that didn't help. Then they're saying the track's going to dry up, so I prepared to put the mediums on for a drier track, and it never dried up. So nothing went in my favour this weekend. Let's have a look. I mean, that should have only have been 3, but it ended up being 4. Not good. Only 3 DNFs, so we didn't quite predict it, but we wasn't far off. Well, not a good weekend. So a lot of incidents here. So on Nico Hulkenberg and I collided together, so I boxed in on laps 1. Diana collided with each other on lap 1. I collided with Zuhu on lap 2. Lap 3 was very messy. Terminal damage for Gasly and Bottas. Albion serving a 5-second penalty. And I think that's where the red flag was. We started back into lap 5. I had a collision with Magnussen, which gave me a 5-second penalty. And then Albion after that, exceeding track limits. I don't know where that was on lap 25. And then a collision with Ocon on lap 29. That's where I was trying to come back onto the track. But it wasn't a good weekend at all. Nearly every collision I was involved in. So let's we'll have a look how that affects the standings shortly. Also with the rivalry, hasn't came up with the rivalry. One or more fitted vehicle components have excessive weight, which we know about. But what happened to the rivalry? Not worried about that. Let's see. Right, we know that these parts need to be changed. We'll change it during practice. See how things play out. Okay, so we won the rivalry. They not going to show me any details of it, but we won 2 or 3, so I know that we won that one. So that's all I can tell from there. Right, let's standings. So we are maintaining the 5th place. No changes for us, other than everyone else extending their lead against me. Lando Norris 8th. How I say with the win today, so he's gonna extend that lead away from Norris. So 30 points between me and Verstappen. So I don't think I'm gonna make the top 3 anymore. Not with the results this weekend. Also, in the construction standings, we're still 4th. Good points from Norris to keep us in there, but we're still looking at 39 points. So it's going to be tight for that top 3 spots, with only 2 races remaining, which is going to be Miami? No. Yeah, I was gonna say what it was. Vegas and then Abu Dhabi. So 17th is the result for today, and a 6th place for Lando Norris, who's been consistent around 6th place throughout the season. So it's been a good season, apart from the wet weather. You just joined. Matcha Prest, welcome. You've come to this chat to the stream a little bit late as we're about to wrap things up, but thank you for joining anyway. Hopefully you'll be here tomorrow. We are live again tomorrow, so hopefully you can catch up. So tomorrow we're going to be at Vegas for race 22. If you are in the UK, then I will be streaming around 10 AM UK time. If you're abroad, depending on where, then you would have to possibly Google it. But I do apologise that this stream is about to end, but thank you for jumping in at the last minute. It is appreciated. But hopefully you'll be around tomorrow. Until then, chat, we'll actually get this set up. We've got marketing development to look at. So great idea, higher price clothing, lower the cost, as caps and flags. Let's lower the cost there.
I appreciate you taking the time to help out. Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Okay, chat, so that is everything all set up, ready for race weekend. But hopefully it's going to be a much better one than today. Hopefully we get better weather and a pit crew's a bit more on point with their information, because that's what let us down today. But thank you all for coming by and joining in today. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care and happy gaming.